Hi, I'm Diane Krakora, CEO of PartnerPath, and welcome to this week's Technology Channel videocast. With me, I have Stephen Kellam, who is Vice President of, Strategic Alliances now, Stephen?
Strategic Alliances, yes.
At 360 Insights. Welcome, Stephen.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you having me today.
It's always fun to chat with you. And we spent some time together. We won't talk about the bar, but we spent some time together at the Channel Partners Conference last week in Las Vegas. And I just wanted to take a few minutes and get your thoughts on some of the takeaways from the event. Was it the first time you'd been to a Channel Partners Conference?
It is. And for those who don't know, I was president of CCI Channel, Global Channel Management, and been doing the incentives in India and co-op for some time. And so this was new to me. I've historically gone to some of the other events that everybody's gone to, but this was the first time there.
Yes, and that's how we know each other, was from CCI, and now you're over at 360, kind of doing some MDF, but more expanded stuff around, the partner engagement and enablement. So what are any takeaways from your experience at Channel Partners?
A couple things. One, what a crazy time to be a partner having anything to do with telco or managed services, or really anything today, right? A couple things I got out of that. One is the whole idea of trust with a partner. And one of the things that I thought was great was the AT&T guy. And I'm saying this not because they were the main sponsor or not because he was one of the keynotes, but their channel chief, the coolest thing I thought he did is they brought their SVP of Global Direct up on stage at a partner conference. And I'm thinking, wow, this is kind of interesting, right? What's this guy going to say? And what he said was, hey, I have a $4 billion, not an M, a B, $billion quota. And what he said was, look, I can't get that $4 billion quota without you guys.
It was also really interesting how they kind of married, in that AT&T presentation, the agent world, which even though Informa has moved the event a lot and continues to focus on MSPs and try to bring in systems integrators and kind of solution providers, it is still very much a large telco event, even though it's growing. But I thought AT&T did a really good job of also kind of not only talking about the agent program, but also kind of the other, the solution provider that they're going after and their consultants that they're kind of programs that they're going after, and really kind of pulling that all together. And maybe that's why they won, a 360 award. A big theme, what I heard, and I think from our quick conversations around this whole idea of transformation and business as a transformation, and we've been talking channel partner transformation for 5 years now, and around how are they moving to the cloud. But it was also a fairly big conversation there, and I think they hit the partners over the head with it another dozen times.
I would have put the order differently in a couple of things. One, I think I absolutely agree with you on what digital transformation is doing as far as what you sell. How you market and what you do to get your offering out there, I think is equally important, or maybe even more important today in a digital market, right? And to me, the interesting piece was one of the keynotes was this guy from Ignite, and his name is Brian Lasher. Oh, so Brian got up and he was a millennial type, skinniest jeans on the stage all day long. No, the startup guy was the skinniest jeans on the stage.
Yeah,
those, I was like, man, I can't wear those. But he talked about branding, and some folks I heard going, okay, this is kind of boutique-y. What are we doing having a keynote speaker talk about branding? And from my perspective, I went, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I would have had Janet go first, because what Janet said was, look, digital transformation, it already happened, guys. You're not getting on the cutting edge. You are building into something that's a train that's already moving 60 miles an hour. I thought that was the setup. And then afterwards, you fill in the gaps, right? I cannot recall as a partner, anybody, any vendor ever talking to me about branding several years ago. But think about this, right? We've got all this through partner marketing going on, and two partner marketing, all the for partner marketing, right? And there's a whole conversation we could talk about demand generation. So you go out and you get demand generation done for you. If your brand doesn't match expectations, or you don't live up to what you've created on your brand, I think brand goes both ways. And I think that guy would have said it was a little bit deeper as well. I think that is such a integral part of what you need to do that it made a ton of sense. But to me, that's Janet laid out the big picture and why you have to do this. And then he came along, and I think I would have loved to have seen like boom, 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 boom.
You had some really strong takeaways, and I just finished a blog on kind of the 10 things, so we'll link to that as well. But you really liked the conversation of trust and how much the AT&T guys really kind of threw it out there around building that relationship with the direct side, and that the direct guy really felt needed to engage the partners, which was great, which is also a really great way to kind of they started the keynote the first day, which was, I thought it set a really good tone for it. Yep. And then digital transformation with Janet, which is always awesome. And then branding, which we had a couple of sessions on branding. So not only were they on main stage, but they also did a branding and a digital marketing breakout. So I thought those were some of the kind of the cooler sessions that some of the partners, which a lot of them are agents, could also come to kind of learn to grow their businesses in the next direction. I appreciate your insights from the Channel Partners Conference, and I will see you somewhere out on the road there, sir.